Alright, hold a seat, please. Okay, I'm going to read you some forms. Have you ever been arrested for DUI? Okay. The official notice proposed revocation. Title 18, District of Columbia Municipal Regulations, provides for the revocation of a District of Columbia driver's license or privilege to operate a motor vehicle in the District of Columbia for the following reasons. Operation of a vehicle while apparently under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drug, operation of a vehicle while impaired by the consumption of alcohol or any drug or combination thereof, operation of a vehicle while apparently physically or mentally unqualified to operate a vehicle by reason of diabetic coma or epileptic or other seizure, under 21 years of age, and blood, urine, or breath contains any measurable amount of alcohol, refusal to submit to 2 chemical tests as required by the District of Columbia Implied Consent Act, effective September 14, 1982. Hearing. You are entitled to apply for a hearing within 10 calendar days, 15 calendar days if you're not a resident of the District of Columbia, from the date of this notice. You may apply for a hearing in person at Adjudication Services. Check our website, duv.dc.gov, or call 311 for location and hours. Order of revocation. If you have not applied for a hearing as outlined above, it shall be unlawful for you to operate a motor vehicle in the District of Columbia until such time as your District of Columbia driver's license or a privilege to operate a motor vehicle in the District of Columbia has been officially reinstated. If your driver's license was issued by the District of Columbia and you have not applied for a hearing as outlined above, or at the hearing the proposed revocation is upheld, you are required to enter the Ignition Interlock program within 30 calendar days. Failure to enter the program will result in revocation of a driver's license until you apply for and are admitted to the program. As required by Section 305 of Title 18, District of Columbia Municipal Regulations, District of Columbia driver's license must be surrendered to the DCDMV immediately upon revocation. A fee of $98 is required to reinstate your driver's license or privileges. In addition, all outstanding debts and fines must be paid. Is the implied consent form. You are under arrest. There are reasonable grounds to believe that you were operating or were in physical control of a motor vehicle within the District of Columbia while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and/or drugs, or with an alcohol level at or in excess of prescribed limits. I'm now advising you of the provisions of Section 4A and 4B of the District of Columbia Implied Consent Act of 1972 as amended. Any person who operates or is in physical control of a motor vehicle within the District of Columbia is deemed to have given his or her consent to chemical tests of his or her blood, breath, or urine for the purpose of determining alcohol and/or drug content. If you operated or were in physical control of a motor vehicle and you have been involved in a collision, you must submit to chemical testing. If you have not been involved in a collision, you may refuse to submit specimens for chemical testing and no test will be given. However, if you refuse to submit to testing, your license or privilege to drive in the district will be revoked for 12 months. This also includes learner's permits and any non-residents operating privileges. If you refuse and you are a resident without a license, you will not be issued a license for 12 months. If you refuse to submit to testing and you have a conviction for a prior offense under Sections 3, 3A, or 3C of the Anti-Drug Driving Act of 1982, there is a rebuttable presumption that you were under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs. If you refuse to submit to testing, evidence of such refusal shall be admissible in any civil or criminal proceeding arising as a result of the acts you allegedly committed prior to arrest. The law provides that a law enforcement officer shall elect which types of specimens shall be obtained unless you object to a particular chemical test on valid religious or medical grounds. In addition to submitting specimens for chemical testing at the request of a law enforcement officer, you may also at your own expense submit to chemical testing administered by a medical professional. Physician, registered nurse, licensed practical nurse, or any person who by certification or licensure is qualified to draw blood of your own choosing. Finally, you can indicate your decision below. 0441. Alright, these are the forms I just read you. So go ahead and look them over. Alright, after you look them over, sign here. Look this one over. There are 4 questions here with 4 lines. They are yes or no questions. Make sure you read the questions, put yes or no on each line, and then sign here. Let me know if you have any questions.
I'm not signing anything.
If you sign the forms, that means I have served you with the forms. That does not mean you're guilty of anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm not signing it. I don't have to. You know that. You and I both know that. Well, I don't have to. I'm not signing it.
Okay, look. If you don't sign, that just means you're refusing to cooperate. And it just does not make you look good, okay?
Correct. I'm not signing anything. So, Griffin, you can be upset all you want, and I'm not
No,
signing
sir, I'm trying to help you.
You're
Okay.
not. Griffin, you're not a union rep. I'm not gonna sign them.
Okay.
Could
Can you
you-
read them over? I mean, I read them to you.
Griffin, did you see me driving
Another officer
and
saw
have
you
an
driving.
accident?
We're not going to debate this right now, okay?
You're right. And I'm not signing those because I was not driving. I walked up to you and you acted a fool. So it's fine.
Okay. So are you going to give a chemical sample?
Nope.
Okay, so you are okay with the fact that you cannot drive for 1 year. That's automatic.
Yep. Whatever.
Okay, that includes work though.
Griffin, guess what? You didn't see me driving. You cannot get me for DUI. I did not do it. I did not drive to your scene.
Okay, but you
I
are
fucking
charged with
Ubered.
DUI, okay?
No, I'm not. I'm charged with obstruction.
And DUI. That's why you're in here right now. But we're not arguing with that, okay?
Well, Griffin, guess what? I will not sign this one, and I will not sign this one. And guess what you cannot do? You cannot make me sign either one of them. So I guess I'll just go back to my cell.
Okay, but if I put refused on there, the judge is just going to see you're just trying not to cooperate, okay?
Griffin, I know. It's fine. I refuse.
Okay, look, it just doesn't make you look good, alright? I'm just telling you that now. But okay. Alright, go with this officer.
See you later, Griffin. Griffin, how much time you got on?
None of your business, go.
How much? You got what? A year?
Thanks for thinking I'm that young.